Hello world again, it's Tiffany Blake and it's during the day and it's LA and I'm so excited. It's been raining all day and now the sun is totally out and this is way better than nighttime. So now from now on I'm going to try to do my vlogs when the sun is out because that's one thing I love about California is the sun. So and you have it here, so it's great. So today what we're going to talk about is the 3 most important things in a relationship, and then I'm going to just answer a question that someone gave me. So actually this blog is for men and for women. A lot of men were writing me and saying, oh my God, you need to write something about men. So I'm not going to leave the men out because there's some things that men need to do as well as women. So this is going to be a unisex thing for men and women, and then there'll be some parts that are especially for women and especially for men. You know, some things that women need to focus on more than men. So the 3 most important things in a relationship, in my opinion, and just period. This is the rules that everybody needs to follow. And trust me, I've had my share of relationships. I've had boyfriends. I have a boyfriend now. And I love you, boo. You're so cute. And so, but this is for, you know, mistakes I've made in the past and what we kind of tell ourselves. But this is what you need to do. The first thing is the person needs to be there for you mentally. And this goes for men and women. You want someone who's there for you mentally. You want someone who's going to be there for you. And you want someone who you can have a conversation with. I mean, looks are not the world. You can be hot, but you're dumb and you can't hold a conversation. And who wants that? I don't. Okay? You can be the hottest guy in this world and I hear you talk and I'm like, oh my God. So be able to have someone who can stimulate your mind mentally. Because if you don't have that, I mean, it gets kind of boring, you know. You want to be able to have conversations and even be silly or just be yourself in front of this person. If you have to do too much, it's like, no, you're doing too much. If you can't say anything, you're on a date with them, you can't say anything to them, it's like, how boring, wah, wah, wah. Okay, so that's what you guys need to do mentally. And then the second one is really important as well. Well, all of them are really important, but the second one is physically. You want someone who's going to be there for you physically. I know this is called a superficial. I mean, you don't have to be the hottest person in the world, but physically meaning, you know, you have to be physically attracted to them. And this especially goes out to ladies. They have to be able to give you an orgasm. If a man cannot give you an orgasm, you need to cut it loose because it's just, they need to be there for you mentally, but they need to be able to give you an orgasm. And I've done this. I mean, hanging out, going to the movies is so sweet and it's really fun, but if the man can't give you an orgasm, you're unfulfilled in the relationship. So just that's something you need to work on. Making sure the man can give you an orgasm. Because if he cannot, it's just, you marry somebody like that, you're going to be the whole marriage not fulfilled, and then you might do other things you just don't want to do. So you really need to, please, physically. And men, she needs to be there for you physically. There are men that settle as well that will, you know, be with women that are not really doing it for them physically, but, you know, they settled and it's like, what the hell are you doing? So, physically. And the third rule is emotionally. You want someone who's going to be there for you emotionally. You want someone who's going to be your shoulder to cry on when you're having issues and when you want someone to really talk to when you're really going through it. If you're dating someone or married to someone and you're really going through a rough time and this person doesn't even want to talk to you about your rough time that you're having, then you need to cut that loose because they're not worth your time if they're not going to be there for you, and you need to be there for them when they're going through something in their lives. So the 3 most important rules are physically, mentally, and emotionally, and you cannot settle. You cannot do a 2 out of a 3. A 2 out of a 3 is a D-, and that's not passing. Well, at my college, D was not passing. You had to retake the class. So if it's a D, it's below average. It's an F, basically. And if it's an F, I mean, if it's 1 out of 3, oh, it's an F. 1 out of 3 is an F, and you need to just, no. You don't want a 1 out of a 3, and you definitely don't want a 0 out of 3. If he's there for you for none of them, it's like, okay, no. There's just no way. And then I'm answering a question of my dear friend, you know who you are. A friend asked me to talk about how to get a guy to like you without being desperate. So I feel as if you have to get a guy to like you, then he's not worth it anyway. you shouldn't have to get a guy to like you. He either likes you or he doesn't. And men are very upfront with that. They like you or they don't, and if they're playing games, leave them alone. But if you're interested in the guy and you don't really know where he stands, you can just ask him. I mean, well, don't ask him out right away, but just, talk to him, get to know him a little bit, and then say, hey, let's go out for coffee, and hang out and see where it goes. And you never know. But if you got to get him to like you, then you need to, no, you don't have to get, like I said in my last blog, there's always somebody else. So if you have to work really hard to get a guy to like you, he's not worth it. Totally not worth it. So, all right. Well, that is it for the day. And I will see you guys on Friday. And I'm so excited to see you guys. And this is great. I'm so excited the sun is out and everything. So I had a really good time with you guys. And thank you so much for watching my blogs. I really appreciate you. And if you have any questions, you can go to my like page at Tiffany Blake. And it says actress director on it. And you can go and you can ask any questions and I'll answer them in your blog. So answer them in my next blog. So it was great seeing you guys, and have a good night. And it's hump day, so you have 2 more days of the week, and then you can have your weekend and have fun. So thank you guys for watching, and I love you. Te quiero mucho. Isabela. Okay. Au revoir. Or as my boo would say, muy muy. Besitos.